So we have everything from recruiting, HR, finance, artists, designers, programmers. We love every type of skill set.
So that's all we have to do is go to ea.com/careers.
Voy a bajarte un poco el volumen, eso sí, para el tema del teclado.
Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a great time.
I'm going to have an awesome time. And that's just one job that you can get in the games industry, but perhaps playing video games is the job you want. That's right, playing the games. How about playing the games way before they even come out? EA has playtesting available for you. That's right, you can be a gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the opportunity to help develop that game and make sure that it's the perfect game and the game you want it to be. Maybe you live in the United States, Canada, Sweden, Australia, London. EA has studios in all those locations that make it super easy for you to go to. So if you just go to ea.com/playtesting,
Tengo un heladito.
career path
Quiero un heladito.
Y me han sobrado 3 años, según esto, mira.
3 años.
There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you
3
can
años hasta
constantly
Half-Life 3,
test
digo.
games from the comfort of your own home. You don't even need to leave the
Half-Life
bed.
3 Playable
You can just
Teaser.
be hanging out in your jams,
Y luego será un
testing
pachinko.
video games, giving your feedback and helping how these
Y
video
lo
games
sabes.
are made. So once again, ea.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make a couple clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting video games way before they come out.
Vamos con
Telling
sincronizado.
me what's coming out, so I know all the secrets.
229,
So he doesn't
228,
want- he doesn't wanna do
227.
that. I wanna do that.
Yo vi un pelín atrasado, sí.
So that's
Yo voy
again,
bien con
playtesting. Go check it out.
23,
Go ahead and
22,
decide and
21.
see.
Bueno, 3 segundos. No sé cómo lo
Escucha,
última vez que había un
abajo
delay
los-
conmigo de 30 segundos y os hypeabais antes que yo.
Ah, Dios, qué asco que OBS no me ha pillado el chat. Y decir, bueno, hasta que no supe de qué estaba hablando. Vale, ha subido bastante el streaming. Era que se escuche igual o incluso más bajo a nosotros que el streaming. ¡Oh, Dios! ¡El infierno! Vemos así el streaming. Con otra canción más pequeña.
Espérate que yo no te estoy moviendo a ti.
Yo sí lo he visto, de la cosa ahí. Infección, sí.
Es que el canal es adecuado solo para adultos. Pues ver. Adiós. Vale, lo he visto.
1.29, 1.28, 1.27, 1.26.
Sí, más o menos.
Vale, por medio segundo.
Medio segundo, sí, o sea.
OBS, tu puta madre, ¿quieres pillarme el chat o tengo que cagarme en Dios? No petes ahora, link de mierda. Él es el link oficial de hacer co-stream y petas.
Si es oficial es el que peor baila y lo sabes. No sabe nada.
Si habéis dicho algo después de Inception, no lo he leído porque el OBS no pilla el chat. Coño.
She told me to rap. I was rapping. We're still going. Or not rapping.
38.
I was lied to. Welcome to the Fun
Venga.
Zone, my friends. This is where you can get all your real
36,
racing action on. It may be a mobile game, but
Yo quiero
say
ver
perhaps
a
you'd like
Pelé.
to play a game.
A Pelé, no, yo quiero ver a...
There are four
Está
guys
Twitch.
jumping the stage. He's
Pero
like,
Pelé y además que se pegue con guantes de goma de estos hinchables contra Mourinho.
¡Oh, wow!
There's a ball pit over here. There's
Pelé
food over
bailando.
here. We're going inside.
En un
Let's
Just
head
Dance de
inside
esos.
and check out the show.
Sí, pelea de baile, por favor.
¡Empieza!
La vaina loca, a ver. Dale un poco de volumen,
Empezamos con fútbol. Ah, menos mal.
Tiene ella, deportes.
Ya, pero es que es mejor empezar con el fútbol.
Un poco de todo.
Empezamos con trailers reciclados, mejor dicho.
Es una MV. En realidad.
¡Oh, Dios!
¿Estos se lanzan?
Sí.
casi como si lo pudiera tocar.
Oh my gosh, how cool was that? So that was Anthem.
Eso
We're
es
gonna talk
algo,
about that a little
Ya está,
bit
y se
later in the
acabó.
show. But welcome
Sí,
everybody to
gameplay.
EA Play. I'm
Gameplay
Adria
5K.
Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready because we're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys.
Oh, wow,
Any World
FIFA.
Cup fans? You guys excited?
El fútbol.
Ah, it's going to be awesome. Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I
Esta cosa no,
told you
por
all the
favor.
secrets at once, right?
El cringe.
Give me a break. Give me secrets to enjoy the show. So without further
Cállese,
ado,
señor,
let's
por
get
favor.
things
Que no,
started.
que no falte el cringe.
Odio. Ese tipo de cosas, ¿no? Es que me da mucha vergüenza ajena.
Me tenía que haber quitado el micro y se hubiese puesto a rapear.
¿Te imaginas?
Se hace letra en el suelo y lo sabes. Fin.
Y se van.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, there's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see
Okay.
more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. You want to know more about our take on the Second World
Dejadme ir
War.
con mujeres en el
Today,
multi, por
we'll
favor.
show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages.
Oh, oh, oh,
And our renowned destruction
oh,
Vaya, ni
is
que todo eso no lo tuviese
more
ya Armadrid.
impactful than ever.
Oh.
So, well, you can't really hide from those
Destrucción de Bad
tanks
Company
anymore
2.
as they come chasing it for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal
Como
of
en
the
Arma
Second
3.
World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
Si te había puesto los castas, pues me he
We
olvidado.
started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
Wow, todo el mundo ahí.
¡Gracias!
Dios mío, es como debería ser desde un puto
Every day,
principio, por favor.
will bring something new. And as part of that
exacto, como
journey,
fue.
after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's
Ahí
Royal.
está, el Battle Royale, sí señor.
No. Joder.
No puede ser. No puede ser.
El chat está, no, no.
Royal reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles
New
into this new
experience, ¿desde cuándo?
So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even
Cuidado que
featuring
tiene música,
music.
In-game. Bueno, ya
Dame
veremos.
potaje. Vale. Nada diferente de momento. Que te no sé, un avión.
De momento no hay nada así. A ver, gráficamente es una salvajada, eso sí.
Qué bonito el cojones.
O sea, gráficamente el Fortnite es una puta bestia, o sea que sí. ¿Estaba colgado de la ventana ese pavo?
Colgado
De la ventana.
posible, no me he fijado. Ha dicho que se podía atravesar ventanas, así que no te extrañe. A la mierda el centro.
Bueno.
Bueno, pero ¿dónde está el Battle Royale aquí? Porque todavía no lo he visto.
No, esto es multiplayer simplemente.
Ah, vale. Esto es la campaña, supongo.
Sí.
En el Battle Royale dijeron que a lo largo del año. Northwest War.
Qué bonito de cojones, a mí me encanta el mapa y con la Europeal ahí.
No, el mapa es, o sea, lo que es una pasada. Y el tema de la nieve me ha gustado mucho, pero...
Cuando era crianza.
Bueno, empezamos.
Pero sí es Mitots que está hablando.
Puta idea.
Determinação e vontade de vencer. Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar. Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo.
Pero si se va del Madrid, anda. No lo pongas con esa camiseta. Quiero el Evolution así como.
Que rompa la portería.
Sí, sí, sí.
Es que por ese trailer año pasado y es que no sé decirte la diferencia.
No, por tráiler no, hasta que no te digan a nivel jugable que tiene, no.
Es que no, es que me parecen todos iguales, es que no... Es que fútbol, quiero decir, o sea, tampoco es que parece gran cosa.
Iguales no son, la diferencia es el bus que tiene cada uno. Porque eso ya te digo yo, que cada uno es una cosa distinta.
¿Con esta pelea?
Ahora sale, tranquilo.
Vale. Ya me estoy cabreando.
Fíjate que le envío un WhatsApp, que lo pelee, ¿dónde?
A ver, que estamos esperando hasta que salgas. El escenario es cutrísimo, el escenario, por cierto, ¿eh? Son sillas de... O sea, es un escenario digno de un espomanga, el escenario, que te diga.
Battle Royale.
Sí, sí. Con el chat.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football.
Que se caiga la
Where the
copa.
world's best clubs compete.
Pues la
Icons of the
pagan.
game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince
Hans Zimmer.
Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer.
Ah, sí,
And I really love the
hostia.
trailer because it captures our
Vale,
epic
ahí está.
vision for how the
Con la
Champions
música
League
un
comes to
poquito
life
del trailer
in
modificada.
FIFA 19.
Digo yo que habrá sido.
And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate
Sí,
Team
vamos, que han
features
comprado la
later
licencia de
this
la
summer.
Champions, en definitiva.
And all
Que no la
that's
tenían.
just the beginning.
Muy
As
bien.
you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is
Como,
gameplay.
no sé.
And this year we're giving you the tools to control the
Oh,
pitch in
wow, que
every
salga por ahí por el
moment,
escenario,
from
Tronco,
the
tienes que ir a algún
tactical approach to the
futbolista.
match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked
Que se den
hard
unos
to
toques.
shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward
Se
to
va ganando el
everybody
Madrid.
experiencing the
Coño,
game on the
gracias.
hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies
puta idea
that
que se
every
vaya.
young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy.
La Copa del Planeta.
¡Oh, Dios!
And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
PS.
But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory.
PlayStation.
Or
Pues ha
you
hecho
can
Play 4
write
al
your own
principio.
story with some great
Ha
nations
hecho Play
who
2
didn't
veces.
qualify this year.
Pues
Or
ahora
you
igual.
can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people
Coño,
would ever
Islandia.
qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Eso sí que me mola.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to
Cállate
stop
y
there, we
sácame
want to
el
invite
NHL en PC y a lo
everyone
mejor
to come and
escucho.
join the celebration. So I'm pleased to
No lo
announce
habéis hecho.
that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox
¡Oh,
One and on PC
Dios!
through Origin Access.
Voy a bajármelo ahora
Yeah, you
mismo.
can download and play the entire game right now.
Ahora
for
se calla
free.
5 minutos empieza a bajarse Origin.
Yeah.
No me la puede pelar en más. El puto FIFA. Ni,
Kick off
ni
the trial,
esforzándome.
we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at
A ver,
the
a mí me
show,
divierte con
representing their
colegas, pero
nations
no
in
paso,
a mini
paso
World
pagar
Cup
60
tournament.
pavos por ese juego.
A mí igual, pero...
This summer will
Ya,
bring
pues quita
so
Cristiano
much
Ronaldo
more
ahí,
for
macho.
FIFA
¿Cuánto este me va a
fans.
poner Cristiano
Like
Ronaldo en
FIFA
pantalla?
18 content
Todas las que le hayan
centered
pagado
around
por
the world.
aparecer.
And we'll bring you
¿Vale?
all the
¿Te queda
details
claro?
on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf la vista!
¿Qué coño? ¿Qué ha dicho? What?
Puta idea.
Una puñalada de screen que me ha pegado esto.
Es que no sé ni qué ha dicho.
Ese tío como me ha metido una puñalada en el pecho. Ha sido como... Ha dolido.
Es que ha gritado y no había dicho nada, ni aplaudido, ni nada. Ha sido...
Porque creo que ha animado a la selección alemana. Y no había ni un alemán entre el público. Entonces,
EA Sports, FIFA
¡Hostia!
19, you know,
El malo del Mirror's Edge.
20 million people from 60 countries playing in
Super
competitive
Minion
leagues
de
this
tiempo en
year.
el chat.
Well, the FIFA team never
Es que
rested either,
este pavo
bringing
tiene
the
cara de malo,
Champions
tío.
League and the World Cup and so much other
Se
greatness
parece al
to
de
FIFA.
Daisy Town,
We
tío.
can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
Crossplay.
But for everyone, it's going to mean
No, ese era. Eso sí, es Titanfall.
Ah, pues está igualito.
So this week we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19,
Más o menos.
Battlefield
Vale, me traes el
5,
fútbol
and of
americano a
course
PC, pero el
Anthem.
hockey no, ¿no?
And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
¿Pero cuánto va a costar esa mierda?
Más que el original.
¿Lo mismo que el Origin? O sea,
más que el original.
Ah, por serio, pero ¿cuánto va? ¿Cuánto más?
A ver.
Ese quiero jugarle al Inside. Se ha quedado con 2 más. Con Indio va a sacar
Hey
todavía.
everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowded EA Play, and I just happened to find Vince fella here in the audience from Respawn.
Who are you?
What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
Estas cosas, no.
I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah. So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Mi pregunta es... Ha petado. ¿Por qué tiene a un pavo
I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff.
Que es
We're working on a bunch
un
of stuff.
desarrollador?
It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass.
Lo tienen sentado. Vectorizado para que vaya al día, pero vamos.
Para meterlo ahí y hacer la bobada de meterlo entre el público y sentarse ahí la señora. La señora está ladrando del cringe.
Guesses, I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so.
Vale, este link peta,
So
estupendo.
the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Oh, es un juego de Star Wars.
So Vince,
Este señor tiene una cara de violador.
Well, it takes place during the dark time. It's going to be a little bit when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time.
No repita lo que dice, que ya lo escuchaba él.
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
El poder de la
Dark
fuerza.
time.
No, le ha dicho Jedi Fallen Order, que va a ser entre el episodio 3 y el 4.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hope.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Hay peor forma de presentar un juego, tío, que con un desarrollador sentado en el público.
Hello there.
El siguiente está en la calle aparcando todavía.
Es que ni foto, tío. No sé, no pongas con un hablando con un micrófono al lado, tío, no sé, algo.
So we launched our game in November of last year.
Me un WhatsApp.
So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building it. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships.
¿Podéis dejar de repetir el mismo tráiler 5
We
veces?
know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars. It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce...
Oh, esto ya me ha gustado más.
The leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous.
Grievous, ya me ha molado Grievous.
My own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Que esté la cena, por Dios. Que esté el puto meme.
Hombre, es que si no la ponen es que se quiebran instantáneamente.
That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker. The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront, We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has
Porque
a
pusiste un
bright
sistema de
future.
mierda.
Thank you very much for playing the game,
Por
providing us
peseteros.
with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the force be
Gracias,
with
majo.
you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Muy bien.
Hundir la flota.
Marquito.
Un Rebel 2.
Confirmado.
Un Ravel.
Mira, vamos, ahí está. Está molestando el puto pelo. Coño.
Yo conozco el nombre y ya.
Es un plataformas medio puzzle.
Por eso no lo he jugado. Plataformas no me...
¿El señor nervioso? ¿Puede ser?
Estoy nervioso.
It's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love.
Eso es exactamente lo mismo que dijiste en el otro.
In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
¿Cooperativo?
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness.
Togetherness, eso es una palabra.
You see,
Espérate,
it's
veo.
all made to be played with two
Esa no me
characters.
suena a mí.
You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters
Me
there,
mola.
sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure.
Ah, pues sí que
This
sí.
game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging.
Media hora saltando ahí.
But
lo
above
sabes.
all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now. So I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
¿Va a ser el gameplay? ¿Va a ser el puto gameplay una conferencia de guía?
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
¿Cómo? Espera, ¿ha dicho jugar en cooperativo contigo mismo?
Sí, o sea, va a ser tipo Brothers. Madre mía, el buen modo de bug ahí.
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those, because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and
No sé qué
kind of wow
palomas tienes allí, pero...
places that were
¿Cómo
like
decírtelo?
fun and exciting. And then
Música
when you
mola,
get to
música.
the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across. So I guess I'll jump in at this point.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Una gallina mutante.
A little
Es un
celebratory
pavo,
flip.
Manuel.
Un pavo de esos que hace una...
And the bird is back.
Y yo me pongo a ver vídeos, como me aburro, de de gente gritando a pavos y los pavos respondiendo.
Gente gritando a pavos, man, sí.
Es que hace tío. Y hace los pavos.
Hay que hay cosas en YouTube,
No, pavos, de verdad que un pavo, los pavos. Unas morros al cuello. Es un bicho.
Okay, this is the scary part.
Mutante. Es un necromorfo.
Cuidado, oh, very nice.
Ojalá le mate, tío, ahora. Está de nuevo.
Buster. Oh, sweet.
¿Lo tendrán en modo a prueba de 3?
Seguro algo tendrán.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the ground.
I'll sneak up here.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me. There you go.
Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
Alright.
Se ha quedado bugueado.
There you go.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we? So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2,
El primero estaba bien, pero no sé.
I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
¿Por qué señala que en el público?
O porque habría alguno. Ha dicho que había alguno de su tipo ahí, me parece.
El juego bonito, pero estaba bien. No sé. Pues. Al menos han innovado de alguna forma.
Esta canción la han sacado directamente del FIFA 17, que lo sepáis. Tal cual, no te estoy mintiendo.
¿Cuándo para cuándo?
Eso digo yo. ¿Y el Perfect Dark nuevo para cuándo?
Eso en Xbox.
Cierto. ¿Y el nuevo Pac-Man para cuándo?
Es un Sony con sus exclusivas de calidad como el Tetris.
Wii Sports 3 para cuándo?
Hay dos.
Hay dos.
Es verdad, el resort es verdad.
And the brilliant team at Coldwood, the game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep,
Joder.
you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
A la mierda. ¿Para qué hacer publicidad? Marketing, ¿qué es eso? Toma.
Así se hacen las cosas, coño. Este es el juego, lo puedes jugar ya. Y a tomar por el culo.
To seek out the most creative independent developers and bring them into our EA
O sea,
original
esto es, hostia, juego mola. Puedes jugarlo ya, y a tomar por culo, pa'lante.
bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and A Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March,
Sí, como para olvidarse de los Game Awards.
It's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
El dibujo me gusta.
Thank you, Patrick.
Me suena. ¿Por qué me suena?
No me suena nada.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels
Si es de alemán, si es de Alemania. Si le ha dicho que son de Berlín, además, o sea.
Entonces, bienvenida, puede hablar usted.
Thank you. We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS, as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Me ha gustado bastante lo que ha dicho.
A ver qué.
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and touches
Me gusta mucho el estilo artístico.
I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run. A new day is here, but nothing
gusta mucho. Tiene muy buena pinta.
Un balón canasto.
Qué forma de cortar todo el rollo, macho. Me cago en la puta. O sea, todo centrado con el juego este, una pinta de edad de pum, NBA.
Toma, baloncesto.
O sea,
está un poco mal enlazado.
O sea, en un...
Después de FIFA es... No había dicho nada.
Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course.
O sea, muy mal poner un juego como ese y después, ¡pum!, de baloncesto como así un bajonazo.
And this is my squad.
Ya, pero me estoy poniendo todo deportes y ya luego te quedas a ver todo lo demás.
My name's Shea Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden belt.
Kiv's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have a incredible matchup. It's a rematch.
Eso, tú ponnos aquí. Era tú que tienes tantas licencias deportivas, ponnos en portada a un tío que está admitiendo que tiene mal perder. Con los balones en la nuca. ¿Pelé? ¿Pelé? ¿Por favor? No.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv, how has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
I've always
been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball, I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's number one. Number two, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of, bling on that belt for you. Well, today, EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battle through the pain and failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see. See that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all, but about all the moments that got you here. So, you were in their position. Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently.
Mira,
We'll
vea que
give
van a
you your
hacer.
first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all.
Oh, Dios, un juego de móvil.
Let's tell us the rules.
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room, if you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Yes.
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Fíjate que no.
A real clash of these gaming styles, the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the
kick
match. Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus, but a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick at Night being able to reach it a little bit first. In a strategy game, that flank position that In Control is going from the top side, also very important as Nick at Night's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry. And like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick at Night with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger, more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank those
some flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now. Both two zones in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile,
and that
fires off.
Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force is doing a great job at taking control of the map.
Yep.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those, as your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control is just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this.
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick and Night, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position, and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech next from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this is a little watch out for this missile.
And Nick and Night fire that one off and set the score. Next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control of Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Night's done a great job of getting that presence, and now also harassing the economy of In Control.
Yep, wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit to deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's going to take it. Defeating Nick at Night here 2-1.
Dude, that was epic.
Pues bueno, yo qué sé. Está curioso. Sí, está curioso, yo qué sé. Pero no para un E3.
I've done my job. Yeah, absolutely.
No,
That was awesome. I saw a little bit of everything right there.
Para un E2, por lo
Let's
menos.
hear it for Nathaniel.
Oye, a menos no es el juego de los Minions que sacaron.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
¿Command & Conquer?
Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're
¿En
giving
serio en esto ha quedado Command & Conquer?
control of their armies in
O
quick,
sea, un nombre como Command & Conquer ejecutiva esta mierda.
by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals.
Mi alfa
The studio
entera,
has been
pre-
having an
alfa.
absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please
Tenga el
let
link que
us
vamos a
know.
jugar con el guión
Thank you.
del juego. ¿Sabes?
A ver, lo de que diga, vale, voy a jugar ahora. Está bien, yo qué sé, pero A ver, en cada patrulla había 5 personas. Estos ejércitos me sobran, pero por completo, o sea.
Parecido.
Igualito al juego, o sea, igualito.
Sí.
Eso bien ni estaban los aviones, pero vale.
Cuidado, el boss. No sabía bien si sí que había uno. Sí.
Pero así de ese palo creo que no. Igualito,
El mismo calvo.
Command & Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final thoughts.
Anthem.
I am blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Anthem, ahora el downgrade.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm. Ahí es donde se ha ido la mamá.
These walls can't protect us forever.
Destroy us all.
Esta canción me suena. Pero bueno, quedan un 4 canciones.
Mientras tenga variedad de los trajes esos.
Esperemos que sí.
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you.
Bueno.
So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Porque esto para un E3, pues bueno.
It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans, so it's been super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. That's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about
a 3 FPS. Míralo, toma gameplay. No lo querías, ahí lo tienes. Míralo. Mira, ese ha hecho 108 de daño. Es lo que vas a ver de gameplay.
Something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with story sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now, you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything.
Con DLCs.
With a character that you've grown to love,
Dilo, vamos a colar los DLCs por historia.
Lo que no te han cobrado en el otro, te lo van a cobrar en este.
Exacto.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare.
Qué coñazo, tío.
Getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So, like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to
Esto se hace post-conferencia, no en plena conferencia.
So that's where we start, and then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IPs.
Sí, tiene pinta cojonísima. Quiero jugar a este juego, pero es que
si enseñasen cosas en lugar de hablar de ellas.
Esto se hace post-conferencia, se entrevista lo que quieras, pero no en plena conferencia. Tendría 3 pavos a hablar. No, tío. Eso lo hace después. Ahora no. Ahora trailers.
And even the technology and the politics of our new world, and then from there we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the,
es que encima está repitiendo trailers y fotos, que me cago en Dios.
It's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, weather, the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity.
Ya es la cuarta vez que ves tormenta, tronco.
Almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone, and that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of Creation. And so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Vamos, support, DPS, tanque y uno que vaya a distancia.
But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage with, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. Let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one.
Esto ya me gusta más, cojones.
The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battle.
Main Coloso desde la beta.
I'm just gonna say Storm looks like it's gonna be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves.
A mí ya me ha convencido, yo quiero Coloso.
So the javelins are awesome.
Sí, es muy
We're
Warframe.
gonna take a couple questions right now. Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is gonna be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves both through customizing the way
Warframe, pero
es que esto Warframe es Warframe pero con mejores gráficos.
Es Warframe con mejores gráficos, tampoco diré que son malos.
No digo que son malos, pero son mejores estos. Y mundo abierto.
We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time,
y
we really
DLCs.
want you to be able to make
Y van a colar una cantidad de DLCs en 2 pavos por esta skin para el traje.
2 pavos por este juego de colores.
Monetization. How, when, loot box.
Mira, justo, a ver.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin.
No puede ser. ¿Van a hacer los DLC gratuitos?
We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem's going to work?
Ha dicho que sí, que toda historia y demás para todo el mundo.
Sí, eso sí, pero seguramente habrá.
Sí, va a haber colores y mierda, se lo han dicho, va a haber cosméticos. Esta vez como en Titanfall 2, te cobran texturas de traje y mierda, pero luego todo el resto es gratuito. Yo quiero el coloso, tío. Quiero esa puta Galding.
And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming.
Se ve mucho peor que el anterior tráiler, también te lo digo,
Interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know
pero
how
vamos.
multiplayer with single player storytelling.
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine
estas cosas siempre se vienen muy arriba al principio y luego.
Es que el año pasado era una salvajada.
But we really want to make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's
Hombre,
good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah.
¡Aleluya! Joder, macho.
Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you
cállate, señor juego.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Aquí el grande.
BioWare. Frostbite.
Freelancer, time to get to work.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon.
So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
¿Habrá Jagras?
Gráficamente este ya me lo creo bastante más.
Sí, el otro era un poco demasiado particular.
Era demasiado bestia.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Son números demasiado grandes.
Sí, demasiado, son enormes.
O que te dejen quitarlos, o por lo menos que...
Bueno, al menos parece que los no son de daño crítico. Dios santo, yo creo esa mierda. Parece que esos métodos de crítico, los grandes.
Sí, pero aún así me sobran.
Sí, también. Con otro color bastaba, no hacer tan grandes. Ya ves que se ve peor. Madre mía.
Mira el suelo. Cómo ha cambiado el asunto.
Ya ves. Y el agua, o sea, el agua es cutrilla el agua. O sea, cuando salían y se ponían.
There's a shaker relic.
Suena como Jarvis.
Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Se nos contra aquí. ¡Hola, hola, hola! ¡Rómpelo!
Yo me quedo con el coloso, me da igual lo que me digáis.
Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
Storma mola. Ahora que ver el otro. ¿El Storm o el Ranger me gustan?
It's gone silent. Disaster averted.
Voy a echar Bless paracaidistas te nos caben.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Es una escena de Alien, tú.
Sí. Entre los huevos y tal, parece de Alien.
La niebla aquí. Vaya, ya te lo digo, toma Alien.
Es un perro.
Ese es el boss final del Doom.
Sí, no me mátalo al menos.
Ese es el boss final del Doom y lo has visto.
Sí, la Spider-Man. Oh, wow. Está bien. Tiene una pinta, quiero jugarlo.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019. On Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys have that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody. I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So, I want to let you guys know to keep going.
Se me ha doblado la espalda, tanto cringe. He notado la curvatura de mi columna.
I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Usted, señora, no cobra.
Ale, se acabó. Pues no sé. A ver, Sea of Solitude se ha llevado la conferencia. Ese juego lo quiero, pero para ayer. Battlefield 5 pinta bien, es Battlefield. Anthem mola, pero la presentación de Anthem es una mierda que te caga la presentación de Anthem. Con los tres pavos hablando. O sea que, bueno.
A mí de Anthem me mata lo de que ese AI te va a empezar a cobrar hasta por dar 5 pasos seguidos de manera
Sí,
coordinada.
ya han dicho que va a ser para todos, el tema de historia, mapas y todo va a ser para todos. Lo único que va a cobrar son skins. Eso es lo que han dicho, cállate.
No, mierda.
Entonces, pinta bien el Anthem, pero vamos, que la conferencia ha sido una mierda.
Es que el Anthem lo que me mata, tío, es que en un juego así con armaduras y cosas así, que la personalización es un punto siempre muy importante, que te cobren por lo que te van a cobrar, que ya han dicho que van a ser cosméticos, pues me tiro para atrás. Lo probaré, pero eso pierde puntos.
Vale, yo mínimo probarlos. Me interesa Anthem. Eso era King Bash.
Déjalo cerrado ya.
Yo es que lo tengo en pausa, lo tengo quitado el audio fuera. Entonces, la conferencia es una mierda. Si os Solitude mola. Un Heavy 2 mola que le han sacado ahora. Eso es sacarse la polla, es decir, es que está presente el juego y está ahora. El Command and Conquer, que se llame Command and Conquer, no sé. Y sí, ese pavo me sigue en Twitter. Pues no sé, es que luego lo de... se me olvidó el nombre, tío.
Sea of Solitude.
No, el Anthem, se me olvidó de Anthem. Lo que es la presentación de Anthem, con los 3 pavos hablando, eso en un E3 no se hace. O sea, no se hace en un puto E3. Ahora se haría, vale, pero no, caca, fuera. Así que ya está, se acabó EA y por hoy no hay nada más. Y mañana es a las 10.
Mañana a las 10 Microsoft.
Es la primera, no había ninguna más antes, ¿no? No, Microsoft a las 10. Pues sale. A tomar por culo.